What's up guys, my name is Ace, and today's video is going to be a little different from what you normally see on the channel. Normally it's about breaking stuff down and actually sharing facts and statistics, but today's video is just going to be a discussion about the future of skill-based matchmaking in Call of Duty. It's something that's been on my mind a lot lately, and I thought it would make for an interesting topic to just talk about and share with you guys. Now, for all those people that are sick of hearing me complain about skill-based matchmaking, that's not the purpose of this video. I will quickly state my position on this just so you understand that and my bias going into the video. But that's not the point of this video. The point is more so to look forward, and I kind of want to speculate on the future of skill-based matchmaking in Call of Duty. But just to get my position on this out of the way here, for people that maybe haven't seen my previous videos, I am strongly against strict skill-based matchmaking in Call of Duty public matches, especially when you can't see your skill rank or the skill rank of the people that are in your lobby. There is a very long list of reasons why I don't like this. It's not isolated to just one thing, and it's not just about me wanting to stomp on noobs. But yeah, there's my position. I hate the current state of skill-based matchmaking in this game, and now let's get into the actual topic. What do I think skill-based matchmaking is going to look like in the near future, like with next year's Call of Duty or the Call of Duty after that? Personally, I don't think the current way that they're handling things is going to be sustainable long term. I really feel like if they continue down this path, there is going to be that breaking point where things are going to start going downhill very quickly. Many would argue that that breaking point has already hit. I don't think it's quite there yet. Maybe for certain individuals, yes, but as a community, I don't think it has quite reached that yet. But I do feel we are starting to get very close to that point where within the next few years, if they continue down this path, there's going to be some serious problems. So let's break down my thought process on this a little bit, because this is, of course, just speculation. I might be completely wrong, but let's look at why they have skill-based matchmaking and why they're using it. The simple reason for this is their data is showing that with skill-based matchmaking, player retention numbers are higher on average than without this skill-based matchmaking system. I mentioned this in my skill-based matchmaking video, and I saw a ton of comments saying, how is that possible? It's definitely not making me play anymore. But that's the thing, most of the people that are watching YouTube videos about Call of Duty and discussing it constantly online day after day, we aren't the player base they're trying to retain. Most of us are already addicted to the game. We're going to buy the new Call of Duty game every single year, no matter what, because that's what we've been doing for the past decade. And no matter how much we complain, many of us are still playing it and going to continue playing it at this point. Additionally, even if it is pushing you away and causing you to play less as somebody that is a fairly hardcore player, somebody that plays a lot and has been playing Call of Duty for many years, I actually fall into that group as well. My playtime last year and even this year, even though I'm generally enjoying the core gameplay of Cold War, my playtime is lower than it has ever been in Call of Duty before Modern Warfare at least. But even with that in mind, like I said, we aren't the group that they're trying to retain. If anything, they're trying to push us away because we are the group that is pushing a large percentage of the casual and newer players away from the game. And this group of players is way bigger than us, the group that has been the dedicated Call of Duty fans for the past decade. We are the minority here, and when you look at the math of it, without skill-based matchmaking, if you get a lobby together, statistically speaking, most of the players in that lobby would be around average. However, when you get one of us in those lobbies, somebody that has been playing Call of Duty for over a decade and they're a very skilled player, if they really go off in a game, they have the potential to push up to 6 enemy players away from the game. They might cause them to log off for the night, and therefore that one player is going to be sticking around and playing longer because they're having a blast stomping on people like we've always been able to do in the past. But that's coming at the expense of 6 players that otherwise may have stuck around and played a bit longer. And it's pretty obvious how the math works on that. Do you want to keep that one player happy and playing for several hours on end? Or do you want to keep 6 players happy and playing for several hours on end? So this is a really simple explanation as to why they have skill-based matchmaking in public matches. And on paper, it totally makes sense. Of course, that should be the case. You want to keep 6 players around instead of 1. And I bet this has actually been working out very well for them, especially throughout the life cycle of Modern Warfare. I'm sure it worked great. It is by far my least played Call of Duty in the past 14 years of playing Call of Duty. But by isolating and alienating players like me, I'm sure they're keeping many, many more newer players and more casual players around longer than ever before. So if it sounds so good on paper, and apparently it's still working for them because they haven't seemed to make any significant changes to this, why do I feel that this isn't going to be sustainable long term? First up, one of the biggest reasons is the identity of Call of Duty directly clashes with a strict and hidden skill-based matchmaking system in public matches. And what I mean by this is, unlike many other FPS games on the market, Call of Duty isn't designed from the ground up to be a highly competitive experience. One of the reasons that Call of Duty has always been so successful over the years is because it's so easy for anybody to just pick up and get into. And then one of the big hooking factors of Call of Duty has always been their progression system, as well as all of the challenges and unlocks that we have available. So if you take a look at why each player logs in day after day to play Call of Duty, you would probably find out that most of them are logging on because they're working toward a goal of earning something or unlocking something in the game. Either they're working toward getting Dark Matter camo, or they're trying to get all the calling cards, maybe going for a 100%er, or even just within the context of each match itself, their goal might be to earn a score streak. It might be to earn that highest level score streak that they have selected on their class setup. And all of these factors have really separated Call of Duty from other FPS games on the market, and I truly believe it's one of the reasons that Call of Duty has been so successful over the years. It provides these individualistic challenges for you to work toward, and I'd bet if you compared the mindset going into each match of a Call of Duty player compared to a Rainbow Six Siege player, for instance, even in regular casual playlists, we're not talking about ranked play, I'd bet that that mindset is completely different. Call of Duty players generally don't care about the win because there's very little incentive to win the game. Most people are working on their own individual challenges, and this directly clashes with a strict and hidden skill-based matchmaking system because it's not about the competition of winning the game, it's just about people working on their challenges, and it's frustrating once you know that this system is in place, knowing that the challenges you are completing are being completed in a much more difficult environment than other people that are completing those same challenges and getting those same rewards, but they're essentially playing the game on a hidden easy mode. So this is one of the big reasons I feel this skill-based matchmaking system, with the way that Call of Duty currently is, it's not going to be sustainable long term. And therefore, I feel like in the coming years, they're either going to have to significantly adjust what Call of Duty is and start getting away from those individualistic challenges and focus more on the team effort and the win and being a more competitive shooter, or they're going to have to end up dialing back that skill-based matchmaking, especially as we get more competition in the market. And this brings us to my second point here as to why I feel this isn't going to be sustainable. And that is, since they ramped up the skill-based matchmaking with Modern Warfare and now Cold War, there really hasn't been much in the way of direct competition with Call of Duty. I've actually heard this from tons of people over the past year and a half or so, that the only reason they're really playing Call of Duty is there's nothing else out there right now that's relevant and that's good that would fill that FPS void for them. Last year with Modern Warfare, for instance, we had a ton of what I like to call Battlefield refugees that came over and played Modern Warfare, and many of them are still playing Modern Warfare, not because they love Call of Duty or anything, but mainly because DICE really dropped the ball with Battlefield 5 and pushed a ton of Battlefield players away. And my understanding of the situation, at least from an outsider's perspective, is they've basically just given up on Battlefield 5 at this point. So for all those players, they were just looking for another FPS game to play, and right now, the obvious choice is Call of Duty. There's not much else out there currently, and I really feel over the next several years, we are going to be getting more and more FPS games coming out, especially with this new generation of consoles. I believe Battlefield 6 is coming out in 2021. We're probably also going to see many other titles popping up as well. And many of the people that are just barely hanging in there with Call of Duty, they're going to be abandoning ship the moment something decent comes along in the FPS genre. And this is a thought that's even been crossing my mind. I'm looking toward the future. I don't think the future is looking super bright for Call of Duty, and therefore I am keeping an eye out for opportunities that are going to be popping up with other FPS games that come over the next couple years. If it turns out we get one that ends up being very popular and I really enjoy it, I may no longer be a Call of Duty YouTuber 1 or 2 years from now. And this flows into the next issue that I'm seeing here for the future of Call of Duty, and this is its popularity with influencers, its popularity on Twitch and YouTube, for instance. This seems to be on the decline. And keep in mind, I'm not talking about Warzone. I consider Warzone to be a separate thing, almost as if it's its own game. I'm talking about the individual Call of Duty games that launch year after year. It really seems like if you look at Twitch or YouTube, popularity for this is really on the decline, and this is happening as the power of influencers is going up. If you look at the most successful games of the past year, Nearly all of them owe at least a very large part of their success to Twitch streamers and YouTubers. And this is the exact group of people that's being pushed away from the multiplayer experience with their strict skill-based matchmaking in Call of Duty. Not only the content creators themselves, but also the types of people that tend to watch those content creators, the ones that are serious about the game. So this is yet another one of those trends where if nothing changes going forward here, things aren't looking too good. And don't get me wrong, I don't feel that Call of Duty will be completely dead 2 years from now if nothing changes and they'll have nobody playing their games. My concern, though, is it may no longer be on top in a couple years. It may end up losing a ton of its relevancy, and if that happens, then the trend will likely just continue downhill from there. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I realize this is a pretty pessimistic view on things, but it's kind of how I'm seeing things in my mind right now, assuming nothing ends up changing with either the way they're handling Call of Duty or the way they're handling skill-based matchmaking. Now, as for a few things that I feel they could do over the coming years to turn this around or prevent this from happening, the first one is super basic, and it's what a lot of us are asking for. Just dial back the skill-based matchmaking system. Dial it back to what we were seeing pre-Modern Warfare, or even a happy middle ground somewhere in there. I don't know. Dial it back in some way so it doesn't feel as punishing to improve as a player over time. Another thing that maybe could be done is start designing Call of Duty to be a more competitive experience from the ground up. Transition away from being a casual shooter and become more of that competitive style shooter. Push the esports scene further and drop the individualistic challenges. I don't think that would necessarily be a good choice for Call of Duty because, like I said, that's one of the big competitive advantages that Call of Duty has had over the years. But at least if they did that, strict skill-based matchmaking would start to make more sense. Another option for them is to simply be a lot more transparent about their skill-based matchmaking system. Show players what their skill rank is. Show players the skill rank of the other people in their lobby. Provide rewards for reaching certain skill ranks. And I mean like really good, tangible rewards in-game that are highly sought after and that people will want to work toward and want to grind toward. I know I'm basically just describing a ranked play system here, but that's another big thing we've been asking for, and we didn't get a proper ranked playlist last year, and we still don't have one in Cold War yet, even though I anticipate one will be coming. It all depends on how they handle that ranked play system, though. I really do feel that we need a good reward system attached to that so that there will be proper incentive for people to want to play that. At this point, I don't really feel super rewarded playing public matches with the current skill-based matchmaking system, so at least with a really good ranked playlist with some good rewards and incentives for improving in that ranked playlist, that would likely renew my interest a lot in Call of Duty, and I would have something that I want to grind for and that I don't feel is being heavily manipulated in the background. I can actually feel like the effort that I'm putting in means something and I'm earning something out of that, rather than constantly second-guessing everything that I'm doing and how much their hidden system is manipulating things in the background. So yeah, that's where we're going to wrap up today's video. That's just a lot of the stuff that's been on my mind lately, thinking about skill-based matchmaking and how I feel things will go in the future if they continue on this same path. But of course, I'd like to know in the comment section below, what do you guys think about this topic? What do you think about the future of skill-based matchmaking in Call of Duty? Do you think that if they continue along this path, they're going to be successful, and I'm completely wrong and out of touch here? Or do you tend to agree with me? Do you feel that something is going to need to change in order for Call of Duty to maintain its relevancy? Just let me know those thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.